3 days ago, the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, assisted by divers from surrounding counties, began a diligent search on the waterway and wooded area around Shell Harbor boat ramp. The search is the result of information obtained during interviews in the Haleigh Cummings case. Items have been recovered at the search site, but at this point it is not known if these items are related to the Haleigh Cummings investigation. All items located during this search will be forwarded to several independent labs for analysis. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office has received numerous inquiries regarding the status of this investigation, specifically if this is a missing person investigation or a homicide investigation. Over the past few weeks, information has been obtained by investigators that lead them to believe that Haleigh Cummings is most likely deceased. The specific details of this information cannot, and I will add, will not be released at this time. There have been rumors spreading that a suspect has been taken into custody as the result of this investigation. This rumor is not true. However, the investigative team has identified persons of interest in this case. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up for some questions.
Sheriff, can you tell me if you guys found a cinder block with a rope tied on it? And if you did, if that has anything to do with that tip that you got?
Ma'am, we're not going to discuss anything of possible evidence that might have been located at the boat ramp. Thank you for the question.
You've said all along that Misty is the key to this case. Is that still true in your mind?
Absolutely.
Is it true this area has not been searched before?
This area has not been, we've searched lots of areas in Putnam County, but to say that did we put divers at this specific location, the answer to that question would be no.
Why not?
This is a huge river, and we searched in areas surrounding the home that we believe that she could potentially been put in.
Can you say anything more about what the tip was that led you to this spot?
The tip came from a source that led us to this area, and as we have in the past, we are going to follow up on all leads, and that's what led us to this area and for this dive that we've been doing for the last 3 days.
Did that tip come from Tennessee?
Ma'am.
Did that tip come from Tennessee?
No, ma'am.
Did that tip come from behind bars?
I'm not going to discuss where the tips came from.
Can you tell us who those persons of interest are?
I will not be mentioning any names at this time.
Could you tell us a little bit about Misty's visit yesterday?
Listen, people are starting to cooperate. That's why I've told people it's going to be just a matter of time. And we're going to accept any cooperation that we can get. So, again, it's a good thing. People are starting to talk.
How soon do you think this case will be solved?
We will follow this case to the end. And to give you a timeline on that, I'm not going to do that.
Can you talk about what kind of items they're collecting? Are they little? Are you guys collecting little things too for analysis? They're, like everything you see that might be something?
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. We've had between 15, 25, 30 divers in this water every day. They have searched in 0-0 conditions using their bare hands. It's a rough search. We found everything from alligator toenails to you name it. And we pulled them out and we looked at it, and so.
Sheriff, I have a question. If she was in this river, hypothetically speaking, she was in there, how likely is it that you could actually find her with the gators and the current and boats and the mud that you'd be able to find something that significant?
It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, but we were willing to go ahead and take the effort and time to go look for that needle.
So is that analysis?
You said that some people are beginning to cooperate. Is Misty Crosby cooperating specifically, and is there a plea bargain?
As far as the cooperation goes, who's cooperating and what plea bargains, I'm not here to talk about any of that. I don't know if any plea bargain has been offered to anybody, just so you know.
Do you think Haleigh died in this area?
It's our belief that that's a very real possibility. Yes, ma'am. We have searched the riverbanks, obviously, for due diligence. We went out and dived the area and searched on the other side of the river, searched this side of the river. Yeah, we've been there.
How long are you going to be staying out here searching?
We're getting ready to wrap up this search here today. We're going to wrap it up about 6 o'clock this afternoon. And just because we're leaving here doesn't mean that this lead is not going to be followed up any farther. We're going to continue to run with the information that we have.
How long this analysis
A lot of the materials were analyzed on scene right there. We had an anthropologist on scene, and so a lot of the stuff that we had found was deemed on evidence, and we cleared it right there on the spot.
Sure. If those items are not considered to be part of this case, do you still have a case against the person who likely killed the deceased?
We are working on building a case. That's what we've been doing for the last 14 months.
But without this physical evidence, you still think you have a case?
Oh, we're working diligently to go forward with this, yes.
But you did say you have items that you are going to get analyzed.
Yes, ma'am, and I'm not going to discuss the particular items that I've taken for
How much longer will you be searching this area?
Till about 6 o'clock tonight.
And then that's it? You're closed?
We're getting ready to shut this search down, and we're going to still continue forward with the leads that we have.
Haleigh's grandmother told us that her grandson, Tommy, gave her a confession that he knows who did it, saying that it's Joe Overstreet in Tennessee. What do you make of that story?
We've talked to Joe Overstreet in Tennessee. We interviewed him. We had 2 investigators from my agency, 2 investigators from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and we interviewed him again the other night. We've interviewed him before, and he has an attorney, and he's lawyered up.
Sheriff, you said that
At this point, I'm comfortable to go ahead and say that I'm going to call it homicide.
Is this a crime scene? We call that?
This right here, well, that's what we've been doing for the last 3 days. So we've searched numerous areas in Putnam County, so we can't say or call every search area a crime scene.
Sheriff, you said that you're building a case. Does that mean that an arrest is coming?
You know, we're hoping to make an arrest in this case. Let's be real about this, okay? Number one, you know, this case has been going on for 14 months. People are finally starting to talk. Where that's going to lead us, I don't know. But we're going to follow it to the end. And we're trying to make an arrest. We're trying to bring somebody to justice for this little girl right here and her family. And that's what this is all about here today. Not about me.
Early on in the investigation,
How did they help with everyone talking?
Well, they have a lot of time to sit and think about it.
Jeff, early on in the investigation, dogs tracked the scent for Haleigh to the water's edge near the home.
Right.
Has the scent for Haleigh been tracked over this area?
No, it's been 14 months, and the answer to that question is no.
How many persons of interest do you have right now?
I'm just going to say several.
What did you learn from Michigan that not yesterday?
That's information that obviously is going to be between us and my investigation.
Will there be more searches after today?
If information becomes available, we'll search any area that we have to get.
Could you at least explain her demeanor? Have you seen a shift in Misty's demeanor from then till now?
Absolutely. Calmness. I think she's come to realize that, you know, she's in trouble. So, I'm going to take 2 more questions.
Has anything in the form of a body or cells remains been found?
No.
How confident do you feel now? Do you feel differently now than you did 14 months ago after these searches of that? Do you feel like you might be getting closer, that the case is stronger, or do you feel the same you did day one?
Well, we've worked this case as hard as day one as we are today. You know, to tell you how confident I am, I'm confident that I am not going to give up on this little girl and her family. So with that, let's hope and pray that we can bring this thing to a logical conclusion for the family, and thank you very much for your time.